Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 31, the Simp Sinkhole. That's right, the Simp Sinkhole. We're going to break that down. But first of all, this podcast or this show is available via Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. So if you want to listen to this, while you're working out or while you're on a long drive, you're in your trucks or whatever, throw it on Spotify, throw it on Apple Podcasts, type in King Dre, Captain Saver Bro Show, and it'll come right up. If you want to watch the video format, you want to watch it on the couch while you're doing your homework or whatever, you just want to drink your beer or drink your tea or whatever while you're watching it, go to YouTube and type in King Dre or type in the Captain Saver Bro Show, and this, I'll pop right up. This episode is also brought to you by the Saver Bro Show, not Saver Bro Show, www.saverbro Academy, where you can get all your course needs. I got all the good courses there: Attraction 101, how to make a woman fall in love with you, how to vet women properly, how to build your value as a man, free confidence course. And you can also go to the playersclub.vip. It's our private, online, exclusive men's community where we chop up game. You get discounts on courses, and we also do 2 free bi-weekly Zoom coaching calls every month. So bi-weekly, twice a month, I'm going to be meeting with you guys, and we're just going to be chopping up games. So that's SaverBroAcademy.com and theplayersclub.vip. Go check those out right now, but let's jump straight into this game. Now, first, before we get into the game, I know we've been kind of inconsistent with the episodes over the last month or so, but we was doing the launch, and all of my resources, all of my time had to go to getting the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit together. So now we back on schedule. We're going to be dropping every Tuesday. As promised, every Tuesday, new episodes of that game, new episode of that fire is coming. So stay tuned again on YouTube, Apple, Google, Spotify. But we had to get the launch together. And when I say launch, I mean the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. And if you didn't get on that, you missed out. For the action takers, I salute you. Your life has been changed forever. You already know that. Salute to you guys. Again, I see you on the inside. Also, too, I want to address something. Somebody sent me something the other day on my Instagram, and I normally don't respond to shit like this, but it was another content creator by the name of Dr. B.O.A., Book of Alpharonomy, right? And he responded to a video I did that went viral on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, which I don't really give a fuck about shit like that. I don't care if people have opinions on my work or people have opinions on the things that I do or say or whatever. However, when it comes to the little personal shots and I don't want to call it disrespect. I don't want to call it disrespect, but when it comes to the personal attacks and the personal insults and shit, that's where we kind of draw the line. And he titled the video Self-Proclaimed Player, but he ended up changing it. So I'm gonna leave it there. You see what I'm saying? Self-proclaimed player or something that he said, basically trying to break down my video. And again, I don't care about people having opinions on my work or people talking about my work or people critiquing me. I don't give a fuck about that. That's the game. That's how I go. That's the price of doing business. Heavy as a head that wears a crown. But, the personal attacks and the insults, that's something I don't stand for. I'm not none of these computer niggas. I'm not one of these internet nerds. I'm all gas, no brakes. I'm all smoke. You know what I'm saying? If we doing it like that. But again, he changed the title of it. So I'm not gonna do no whole response or nothing like this. But I will say this, and this is some grown man shit, right? This is some grown man shit. And he titled it too, real quick. He changed the title to man or guy. Like, dude, you know who the fuck I am. Everybody know who I am. You see what I'm saying? And on your videos, when it's celebrities or whoever else, you put their names in the shit or you tag them or whatever, but you ain't tag me for whatever reason. Well, I know the reason. Everybody know the reason, but, which is cool. But just, again, the personal attacks and all that shit and the insults and the little subtle passive-aggressive remarks and all that shit, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And as far as self-proclaimed player, everything I said I am. You know what I'm saying? And I was who I was before I got here. Straight up. I was who I say I am, who I say I was who I was before I got here. I ain't just start getting chicks when I got on YouTube. I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. Anybody know me, that's facts. I'm verifiable. Everything I say about street life, all that shit, did it, done it, hoes, break bed, bread, money, living that life. I already did that, homeboy. I'm here chilling. I got away from that shit. I'm here chilling, trying to save the bros and trying to spread game, and so men can get themselves to where they need to be, and so we can bring balance to the world. All the other shit, I ain't for that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'll say this, and it's some man shit, right? Since niggas talk all that man shit and grown man shit, this man shit right here. You don't have to, knocking down all the buildings on the block ain't gonna make you any more taller. You may appear to be taller because you knocked all the buildings down. But when a real, when a real building come up, now what? You still as tall as you was when you knocked all the buildings down. You understand what I'm saying? Again, knocking all the buildings down on your block, and it's for any guy listening, knocking all the buildings down on the street, on the block, ain't gonna make you any more taller. You understand what I'm saying? And you can try to dim my light. You trying to dim my light ain't gonna make you shine. I'm still gonna shine. This God work. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say that I'm not gonna do no whole go in on him or nothing, because again, the title that he made or whatever, he changed it. You understand? But this for anybody out there, I'm all smoke. I just look like this. I be chilling. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't bother nobody. I don't try to pick apart people's content. That's not what I do. I'm here to spit game. I don't give a fuck about what nobody do or what nobody say. You see what I'm saying? The shit that I've been doing for 4.5 years, it's been all game. It's been straight game. I ain't been riding the coattails of nobody. I don't give a fuck about what none of these other dudes talking about. I got game for days, 4.5 years, every single day I'm bringing it. You understand what I'm saying? So I just say that I'm not gonna go in on them. I ain't mad at them. I don't hate them or nothing. But again, the personal attacks and all that shit, we ain't doing that. You feel me? So, but anyway, let's get into this game. All right, now let's get into this game, man. The Simp Sinkhole. What is the Simp Sinkhole? Now, the Simp Sinkhole is a coin that I termed probably about 4 years ago, right? And this is a phenomenon where, this is a thing to where your behaviors, you start a chain of behaviors, simp behaviors, doing simp things or behaving in a certain way, or your energy is a certain way, and it becomes uncontrollable over time. With the more time go by and the more behaviors, it becomes uncontrollable and more intense, as time go on, and the more you engage in these behaviors. So think of it like quicksand, right? Or a sinkhole. The more you do these behaviors, the more you display these things, you just get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And the further you go into this hole, the harder it is to get out. And you go into this hole by doing behaviors that's unproductive to your playerism, unproductive to you, putting your game down, unproductive to you providing whatever you're going to provide to your family and your relationship. You just get deeper into a hole, just a black hole of just misery. You see what I'm saying? And the more and longer you go, the deeper this hole gets and the harder it is to get out. You see what I'm saying? And the ultimate level of this hole is, you checking out. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what it is, but, because we on YouTube and all that shit. But, unfortunately, the bottom level of that hole is basically checking out of life. You see what I'm saying? By however you check out of life. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're doing dumb shit or you do it to yourself, or, the broad do something to you, or you do something to your broad and you got to go to jail or whatever. That's what the simp hole, that's the ultimate, pit of the sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? The Simp Sinkhole. And it's important to check your behaviors so you're not behaving in this way. Because when you behave in this way, simping is not aligned with your true nature as a man, and it just feels worse and worse and worse. So not only are you going in this hole, but you're doing things that's not aligned to your true nature as a man, and this is making you depressed, it's making you sad, it's making you angry, it's giving you feelings of low self-value, low self-worth, low self-confidence. You see what I'm saying? On top of the negative reactions and the consequences you get from your woman and bad relationships and everything like that. So the Simp Sinkhole is a very dangerous place. And I don't care who that man is, if you're not careful, you will, you know what I'm saying, go on that long, lost, dark road to the Simp Sinkhole. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you guys be careful. today what we're gonna talk about is behaviors. So some of the main behaviors. We're gonna talk about some of the main behaviors that you know men do or that you can do to put you on the path to the simp sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of this type of stuff is not. A lot of this type of shit is not really talked about in this manosphere like that because again, a lot of guys give you surface level stuff, and it gets a lot deeper than that. A lot of guys don't talk about the deep shit, and the things that really, really fucking matter. And a lot of guys don't focus on personal accountability. You see what I'm saying? The game in this manosphere, a lot of the times the game is based on playing ego games and head games with women and shit instead of fixing yourself, not just fixing your physical part, your physical piece, but fixing your inner shit, your inner self, and making your inner foundation solid. You see what I'm saying? We don't focus on that type of shit enough. So that's what this episode about, because I don't want you guys to start digging yourself into the simp sinkhole, because again, the further you go into the simp sinkhole, the harder it is to get out, and the more difficult of a life you're going to have, the more depressed you're going to be, the more anxious you're going to be, the more your life is going to suck. You see what I'm saying? And people around you are just going to take you for whatever you have. So I got a few things, a few behaviors that we're going to discuss. Let's get right into this shit. Number one is, let's go. The main behavior to put yourself in the simp sinkhole is sacrificing your dreams and happiness to appease a woman's feelings or agenda. Sacrificing your dreams and happiness to appease a woman's feelings or agenda. This is very, 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 very dangerous, fellas. You have to do your life. You have to live your life with what's aligned with what's in your heart. If you are not at 100%, you cannot give anyone anything. You can't be 100% for a woman, 100% for a family, 100% to your job, 100% to your business, 100% to this world. You cannot give true value until you are complete yourself. And the way that you complete yourself is by fulfilling your mission and fulfilling your purpose and being productive in this world. Sacrificing your dreams and happiness to appease a woman is the worst thing a man can do. That is the ultimate worst thing that a man could do. That's the ultimate sin of manhood. The ultimate sin of manhood is sacrificing your dreams and your happiness to appease a woman's feelings or agenda. And when you commit that sin, the consequences are dire. The consequences are deadly. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to go through a whole lot of mental hell if you violate that. If you violate that nature's law, life's law. You understand what I'm saying? The cost of sacrificing your dreams for a woman is so big that no woman has it in them to give you a return on that investment. I'm going to say that one more time. The cost of sacrificing your dreams for a woman is so big that no woman on the planet Earth has it in them to give you a return on that investment, right? You will go overboard. You will go overboard. You will become so unbearable and so, overbearing just to get a return on that investment. When you sacrifice what you're destined to do, when you sacrifice what's in your heart, right? When we make a sacrifice, we want a return, and we're going to look to the woman to give us this return. No, not we, because I'm not sacrificing my life for no woman. But typically what we as human beings do is when we sacrifice for someone, we expect them to meet that need now. We expect them to give us a return on our investment. And she don't have it in her to give you that return. You understand what I'm saying? It's not enough of her. It's not enough of no woman to give you what you are aligned to do, with what you are called here to do, with what you were put here to do. And eventually, you are going to resent her, right? And that resent is going to turn into hate. You feel what I'm saying? Again, you're going to become so overbearing, and your behavior is going to become so, go so overboard in order to, get this return from this woman. And typically what this behavior is simping, doing unnecessary things, trying to spend more time with her, trying to put her on a pedestal, doing everything in your power to get a return on your investment. And the investment was you sacrificed, try to redeem yourself from that sacrifice. And she ain't got it enough to complete you. I'm not saying women can't make you feel great. I'm not saying women can't motivate you. I'm not saying women can't be good additions to your life or provide you value, but no woman is enough to fulfill that void that you're going to have of not completing your mission in life, or not even completing, but not embarking on, your purpose in this world, and not living your life through your passions and your talents and providing value to society and keeping society going. No woman has it in them to fulfill that. You see what I'm saying? Women can fulfill other things, but this is an important and an integral piece of being a man. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of guys, they give up their dreams and they give up their happiness to appease women. And guess what happens at the end of the day anyway? You ain't the man you used to be. She don't even know what's going on. You ain't the man you used to be. You ain't the man I fell in love with. What happened to you? And eventually she gonna leave your ass anyway and treat you different anyway, because you've made your life all about her. That's what happens when you give up your dreams. You make your life about your woman now, instead of making your life about doing great things in the society and contributing to society. That's what God put you here to do. That's what you're here to do. Contribute greatly to society. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of guys make this mistake, and it's one of the main things I see with society today, with men living for their women instead of living to contribute. All of us have talents. All of us have passions as men. You know what I'm saying? That we can use and that we have to give to this society to advance humanity. You see what I'm saying? The world needs that. Humanity needs that. You see what I'm saying? And when you do that, you get the necessary validation and the energy and the confidence to now pour into a family, or pour into a relationship, or pour into a woman, or pour into hobbies or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But your fuel, your life's energy, your life force comes from advancing society. This is why the men who do this reap the greatest reward. They feel the best. They get the most women. They get the most money. They are the happiest in their life. They get to play with and play with all of the spoils that the world gives them for accomplishing that, or again, not accomplishing, because there's no accomplishment. You just do and you do and you do, but you reap all of the benefits from embarking on that path. And women want you more. Everybody respects you more. Your peers respect you. Your woman respects you. Your woman is attracted to you. That's the path you should be on. But when you make your life about your woman, that is a burden for the woman. Now, she may think that that's what she wants, but she don't know what's best for you, and she don't know what's best for this society. You see what I'm saying? As far as productivity go, as far as its advancement go, women don't know what's best. Women good at what they good at. Men are good at building and advancing and progression and solutions. She don't have that. You see what I'm saying? And any woman that try to pull you away from that is either goofy or she's a vampire. Smart women understand. Okay, smart, feminine, healthy women understand. Okay, if my man is chasing his dreams, if my man is chasing his goals, if my man is making society better, that's going to make him more confident, which can rub off on me. And his confidence is going to make me confident, and the household confident, and it's going to contribute to emotional stability, and the kids can learn confidence and shit like that. Right? He's going to make more money, which I can benefit from. I can get my nails done. I can fucking live in a big house and drive the best shit and stun on social media or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Women, smart women understand this, and they want you to go do this because it benefits them and the children in the end. Any woman who's not pushing you to do that, any woman who's not encouraging you to do that, and instead encouraging you to give up on your dreams, live a regular, mediocre, sad life in order to appease her in the moment, is goofy, or she's taking advantage of you. And she probably gonna cheat on you in the end anyway. Trust me. You see what I'm saying? And like I was saying earlier, you're not gonna be able to get a return on an investment, right? And what's gonna happen is you're going to grow so resentful, right, that this resentfulness, and not only are you going to resent her, you're going to resent yourself in the end too. So you're going to hate her and you're going to hate yourself. You're going to resent her and you're going to resent yourself. And this resentment is going to turn to hate for self and hate for your situation, hate for your woman and everything, right? And every time you get into it, every time y'all argue about something, it's going to eat you alive. It's going to eat you alive, which it should, right? That's the consequences for violating this law and violating this, committing this, manhood sin, right? Every time you fight with her, every time she disrespects you, every time she do whatever a woman gonna do and make you feel a certain type of way, you gonna think about, like, I did all of this for you. I gave this all up for you, and this is how you treat me. And that's going to burn you. It's going to keep you up at night. It's going to make you depressed. It's going to make you sad, as it should. You see what I'm saying? It's going to cut you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, as it should. So just be mindful of that. You also have to understand, I want you guys to understand as a man, right, as men, and this is your responsibility, right? You are in charge of this, and you are responsible for this, for not falling for this. I'm not going to say trap, because a lot of women don't do this intentionally, but women are dream killers, and women can be dream killers because they worry about their feelings and they don't think long term, or they worry about what's best for them, right? And so also, although you may not have a woman who's an energy vampire, or she's not looking to take advantage of you, again, a lot of women think in the moment. They're not thinking long term, and it's your job. If you have a woman like this, it's your job to get her on board so she could think long term. You see what I'm saying? She's not thinking in 2 years you're going to be sad because, you gave up your shit to have more time, or to have, work-life balance and all this old bullshit that they preach, right? You gave up you gave up your dreams in lieu of work-life balance to appease her. In 2 years, she's not seeing how that's going to make you sad. And your sadness is going to affect the way that you treat her. She don't think of it. She don't think of it like that. She just thinks that, oh, well, he works too much right now, or that little 4 hours, I need that, or whatever. That's all she's thinking about right now. She's not thinking about the overall long-term happiness and the overall long-term security. And it's your job as a man to get her on that page. And if she don't want to get on that page, I suggest you leave her and find somebody that do, right? There are women, lots of women, who understand that and who want men to go out here and be great and chase their dreams, and they want men like that. And you should be with women like that. You should never be with a woman who is going to kill your dreams, right? Women are dream killers, and you have to be careful. You have to be careful about appeasing their feelings, accommodating their feelings and accommodating their agendas, killing your dreams in the process to make them happy. You have to be careful, right? As a man, as a man in this society, you must be productive and purposeful. I'm not saying you have to be Elon Musk or Donald Trump or, this big old great king, but your life should be productive and you should be purposeful in your life. Even if your purpose is fucking, I don't know, you want to help somebody else reach their potential. You want to be second in charge. You want to be the president. You want to be the HR head. Maybe you don't want to run your own company. Maybe you want to put the machines together. Maybe you want to, direct the projects. Maybe you don't want to be the boss of 100 employees. I'm not saying every man should strive to be the boss of 100 employees or have this big old empire that they the head of. Heavy is the head that wear the crown, and everybody don't want to do that, and that's fine. Everybody can't do that. However, you should be purposeful and you should be productive, because when you're not, it's going to tax your mental health. Men who sit idly doing nothing will suffer mentally. Men who sit idly doing nothing will suffer mentally, and they're going to end up unaliving themselves or on drugs somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Because it's hard to deal with. As a man, it's hard to deal with the consequences of not being productive. And so you have to take drugs. You have to drink to cope with living a whole life of unproductiveness. And you look up and you look back on your life and you say, I haven't accomplished shit. I haven't built shit. I don't got no fucking kids. I ain't do nothing. But waste my damn life. So remember, young men, you must be productive and you must be purposeful if you want to live a happy life. You want to live a fulfilled and happy life. You must be productive and you must be purposeful. I've been happy throughout my life, right? But right now I can say this is the happiest I've ever been. This is the most fulfilled I've ever been in my life. These last 4 years of my life doing this. You see what I'm saying? Well, I wake up literally happy. You see what I'm saying? I wake up happy and I feel fulfilled. I feel complete because I'm living a purposeful life. I'm contributing positively positively to the advancement of society. You know, through talking to you guys and helping men become better men. You see what I'm saying? I feel complete and happy as a man. You understand what I'm saying? And I have a body of work that I could look back on that's gonna be here forever. You understand what I'm saying? My work is gonna live on, and you want to make sure that you live in a life like that too, because not only is it good for your positive mental health, which makes you more confident, makes you more money, makes you more secure in yourself, it's also attractive to not only women, but people and opportunity in general. You understand what I'm saying? So again, men must live a purposeful and productive life. Now, the second behavior that men do that puts you in the simp sinkhole is infidelity, cheating. I'm not saying I'm not saying having options or, having a bunch of women or, being on some shit to where you got like a woman over here and a woman over here and they all know about each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cheating and lying and being deceitful and living a double life. That behavior like that will for sure make you simp out and put you in a simp sinkhole. And this is why I advise against cheating. It's not, when I advise against cheating, yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong to deceive people, and you don't want to live a life of deceit because you contribute bullshit to the world when you do that. But the main reason is because of negative effects it have on you as a man. And, it's counterproductive to your game as a man to cheat, right? And this is why cheating makes you simp or put you in the simp sinkhole, right? When we wrong the people that we love, when we do wrong things or we hurt the people that we love, we subconsciously do what we can to try to fix it. It's called a guilty conscience. And this guilty conscience will make you behave in a way that behave in a way that's simpy, right? And typically when men who cheat and men who live double lives and men who cheat on their wives, they typically behave in ways that, the wife finds or the partner finds unattractive. And they behave in this way because subconsciously they're trying to right those wrongs. You see what I'm saying? And over time, this behavior will push your woman away further and further and further away. And not to mention when she catch your ass, a lot of the times they cheat back and they get you back. And that's what you're not ready for. You see what I'm saying? So just be honest about your shit. But again, and this is something that not only I've seen around me and coach guys through and all this type of shit, I dealt with this myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I cheated before in a relationship. When I got in I wouldn't say my first relationship, but my longest relationship, when I got into that relationship, I was going through my player shit. I was going through my player hoe phase, my fuckboy phase. You see what I'm saying? And so she basically had to go through that shit with me, But I would at some point, especially when she started to, when they start to catch on, this is what happens. When they start to catch on to it, or when they start to suspect you of shit, or when it starts to become a problem and they start to become hurt, and you can see it and it's starting to become a problem, the way that we behave to try to fix it is simply. You wouldn't behave like this. You wouldn't buy her flowers and buy her all this shit and compliment her 50 times a day and tell her you love her 50 times a day and eat her out 100 times a day and fucking take her shopping and just give her the whole world and let her disrespect you because, you wouldn't do all of these things normally, right? But you'll let typically you'll let your girl get away with calling you certain type of shit because she upset because you cheating on her. You'll let your girl get away with, little shitty behaviors and shit. You'll let your girl get away with, verbal disrespect. You'll spend more money. You'll try to accommodate your girl. You'll give her a little bit too much. You'll treat her in a way that she takes for granted. Now, you see what I'm saying? Because you give her too much. You'll let her get away with stopping meeting your needs. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to meet your needs. And she shouldn't. I'm not saying, let me say this. She has every right to not want to meet your needs if she hurt and shit, and she feel like she been betrayed and shit. But however, you still together, and you know a lot of the times women will not want to meet your needs. They don't want to fuck you no more. They don't want to cook for you. They don't want to do shit for you because they feel like you violating them, and you allow this shit. You know, damn near rightfully so. You allow this shit because you know you wronging her, right? Well, all of this behavior combined together, you ain't doing nothing but basically simping. Because if it wasn't this scenario, you wouldn't be behaving like this. You wouldn't be overdoing it. You wouldn't be over complimenting her. You wouldn't be overly available. You wouldn't let her talk to you crazy. You wouldn't let her go without meeting your needs. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be spending all this fucking money to appease her and buying her flowers and telling her please and all this shit. You wouldn't be doing this under normal circumstances. Just because of the fact that you cheating and now you're doing these behaviors don't make it simpy. You see what I'm saying? And typically when men cheat, this the type of shit that they do, especially when it starts to catch up to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, at first when you're cheating, it's all good. You ain't really doing, you know what I'm saying? You just living how you living. But even still, you know, if you really love the person and you're a healthy person, you're going to feel some sort of guilt there. There's going to be some guilt there. And again, you're going to behave like that. You know what I'm saying? But at first, it ain't going to be super simpy because it's just like whatever. But once she start to catch on to your ass and she catch your ass that one time and she leave you and shit and she cut your ass off and she put your ass off and you start chasing and begging and doing all that simp shit, welcome to the simp sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? That's dangerous. You see what I'm saying? And again, over time, that behavior going to push your woman further and further away. And before you know it, she going to leave your ass, not because you cheating and not because you lied, but because you act like a bitch now and you done lost yourself. You done lost your spine. You done lost your fucking manhood. You gave away your manhood trying to make your wrongs right. You see what I'm saying? That was the cost of making your wrongs right, your fucking manhood at the end of the day. I done seen dudes do all type of shit to stop their woman from leaving them, to stop their woman to stop their woman from leaving them after they get caught cheating. You see what I'm saying? And they do things that compromise their integrity, compromise their dignity. It's just better to just not cheat and just fucking be honest. If you want to open your relationship, say that. If you want to step out and get you some outside, just say that. But cheating is not good all the way around the board. There's nothing good that comes from cheating at all. There's nothing good that comes from cheating. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying if you the type of man that got to have a bunch of different women, if that's your thing, if that's your bag, do your thing, but do it in a player way. Do it in a way that's respectable. You see what I'm saying? But with me, right? With me, I was just telling you guys about how I was in this relationship, right? This long relationship with my boy's mother, right? I was in a long relationship for years and years and years. Right. And I pretty much was cheating the whole time outside of the last maybe 3 years of it, 3-4 years. I didn't cheat at all. You know, I was just fucking around and just basically focused on my family or whatever. But I pretty much cheated the whole time. She tried to deal with a cheater literally the whole time for years and years and years and years. Bitch after bitch after bitch after bitch after bitch. Because I was going through my fuckboy phase. I was going through my phase. I'm young. I'm handsome. I'm getting to the bag. I'm out here. I'm living the street life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just taking what come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going through my phase. I shouldn't have been in a relationship that young, right? But she going through this shit, and I'm taking her ass up through there, right? You know, and some stuff she found out about, but a lot of stuff she didn't know about. A lot of stuff she didn't know about, right? And so when we finally broke up, we didn't break up from me cheating or her cheating or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But when we finally broke up, I remember feeling like, nah, like it can't go like that. Like I gotta fix this. I gotta get this together. I gotta get my family back. It was like this burning desire. Now me, I've always been on some shit. Like I never chase nobody that don't want me. If the relationship is over, the relationship is over. I'm not finna be calling nobody, begging nobody, no nothing. If it's over, it's over. I deal with that shit and I suck it up. So that's what I did. I didn't call her and try to win her back over. I didn't do none of that shit. But it did burn me up literally every single day. It burned me up. It burned my soul. It's like I have to fix this. I have to fix this relationship. I have to get this. What can I do? Not what can I do, but you know, it's over, but goddamn, like what the fuck? Like I couldn't get over this shit. I could not get over it for the life of me. And I did not understand why. I didn't know why. And at first thought, I was like, well, maybe because this was my family, it's my kid's mother and shit like that. But after a while, I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, that's not really it. You see what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, then, you know, if that was the case, I wouldn't have been moving like that. So it's deeper than just a family thing. And so it hit me one day, right? And again, it's probably a month later. This is like a month after we done broke up, right? That I just have this burning desire to make this relationship work. It's like burning. And it's making it worse because I'm not reaching out to her and I'm not contacting her. But we still see each other because we got to pick up and drop off kids and shit like that. And I'm just acting like everything's just cool. But it's like burning. I'm talking about this shit was burning my fucking soul. And so one day it hit me. I couldn't figure it out. And one day it hit me. I don't know why. One day it was hit me. I was in the gym. And I was like, maybe you feel like that because you know you wronged that girl and you did it's a lot of skeletons in your closet. Maybe you need to clean out your closet. So I went home, I wrote everything down. Wrote every person, every woman that I cheated with, every time, names, dates. I had her do, I remember when I first got out, I'm not gonna put it to business out, but I was having her do shit like, and this is when I was young. Like when I remember when I got out of prison, I was like broke. I ain't had no car, no shit like that. Like I would do shit like have her take me to a chick house and tell her it was my homeboy and shit. And she never really knew that, right? She didn't know that the whole relationship. But I was writing down stuff like this. Well, remember this one time? Yeah, this was this. Remember that one chick that I said was just my homegirl? Yeah, this was this. Remember this one? I told you she just buy weed from me? Yeah, this was this. This the one I told you she buy cocaine from me. That was, that was this. But this girl I said it was my cousin and shit. Nah, like it was like this shit. Like she would suspect something and I just lie about it, whatever. I ain't get caught, whatever. I keep it going. Well, remember this chick? Well, this chick worked for me. It ain't nothing like this. She just do this for me. I was giving her names of everybody. I confess. I don't think that there's a woman alive, right? And shout out to my kid's mom. That was a dirtbag. I don't think that there's a woman alive, bro. Not that I've ever heard of that had to see that. A confession like that. Most guys take that type of shit to their grave. But they still always be chasing a woman and wanting a woman. I don't think that there's a woman alive that absolutely know that she got cheated on that much. I'm talking about bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Like bodies. All my bodies I caught with her, I told her names and everything. Or at least the ones I remember. But I wrote all this stuff on the paper. I wrote all this stuff on a piece of paper, wrote it down, and I went and I typed it all up. I just emailed it to her, bro. I was like, let me just clean out my closet and let me just come clean and let me get this off of my conscience and let me get this off of my soul and let me see how that works out. And I did that. I confessed to every fucking thing. Everything. When I did that, that desire I had to be with her again, to fix myself, because what I wanted to be with her to right my wrongs. That's what it was. But that desire went away immediately. From that point, I was able to move on immediately. I swear to God. You see what I'm saying? By just cleaning out my closet and confessing, making my shit right with God and making my shit right with her and just cleaning my closet and righting, and I'm going to say righting the wrongs, but bringing truth to my lies and bringing closure to the things that she suspected and all type of shit, and the worst of the things that I did to her, I got caught up with. Like I had a baby. We was in a relationship together. I had an outside baby and shit. So that's like the worst of the worst, but she knew about that. But it was a lot of other shit that I lied about and shit like that I came clean about. Like everything, every chick, everything. That woman got some strength, bro, because again, I don't think that there's no woman alive that know that much that their man was doing. Everything, right? But I said that to say, I cleaned my conscience, I cleaned my soul, and the desire to chase her, the desire to be with her, to want to fix a relationship and fix a family, it vanished. And I was like, I was right on the money. So now I know. That's when I learned that the wrong shit that we be doing, the cheating and the lying and all that shit, it makes us behave in a certain type of way. And it makes us want, because we're trying to subconsciously right our fucking wrongs. Once I did that and that went away, that was confirmation for me. And I said, well, I've been stopped cheating. I stopped cheating on her a long time ago. But again, at the point when we broke up, there was a lot of shit that she didn't know about. And there was a lot of shit on my conscience and a lot of skeletons in my closet. You see what I'm saying? But that confirmed to me that you shouldn't cheat. And again, I had stopped cheating on her. I made the decision to not cheat in my late 20s when I had my daughter or whatever. I made that decision because I realized, okay, you don't gotta lie. They still gonna fuck with you. So why lie and be stressed out? So I made that decision then. But that was a hell of a confirmation right then and there. And I knew that my behavior for cheating, right? My behavior for cheating and lying and being a dirtbag and hurting and all this shit was a big part of the reason that we broke up. It wasn't me cheating and shit, because he stayed with me the whole time. But the behavior that I displayed, those years I didn't cheat, that was the cause. A lot of that was the cause of it. You see what I'm saying? It was very simpy, and that's not even the type of person that I am, a simpy ass person. I ain't never been like that. You see what I'm saying? But I was trying to right my wrongs, and I went overboard with it. And I'm not gonna say that that's the one thing that ended our relationship, but it was a big contributing factor, right? But again, once I confessed that and once I cleaned my closet, that desire literally went away and it never came back. And when I look at her, I don't see, ooh, I want to be with you. That's not there. It died that moment. You see what I'm saying? And I realized that burning that was going on inside of me, every fucking day. I was out dating chicks and all this shit, and I still had this burning desire. That was me trying to right my wrongs. Once I righted that wrong, it went away. So cheating, fellas, I said all that to say, cheating and infidelity is one of the main things that make you simp and put you in a simp sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? That simp sinkhole is dangerous. Now, the next behavior that'll put you in the simp sinkhole, this is important, is tricking and leading with your wallet. I'm not saying that you don't take care of your woman who takes care of you. If you have a woman who looks after you and who provides you value, it's okay to look after her. And it's okay to provide for her. However, when you trick, and tricking is financial compensation for sex, time, or a woman's energy. When you trick or you lead the interaction with your wallet, what happens is you start to seek a return on your investment. And oftentimes the return is not as good or great or even equals up to your hard-earned money. You understand what I'm saying? It's a scientific fact that we become emotionally invested into what we financially invest in, right? When you invest your money into something, it ties your emotions into it as well. You see what I'm saying? And when you're not getting a return on that investment or an adequate return on that investment, and pussy and little time and a little smiles and shit will pretty much never amount to hard-earned money. You see what I'm saying? Pussy, 5 minutes, that nut go away. Once you get that nut, after 10 seconds after your orgasm and you nut, you just like, what the fuck? That don't amount to the hundreds of dollars you spent getting to that point. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you shouldn't lead with your wallet. Now, what happens is you want to get a return. Your money is invested, and so now you pursue a little bit harder. You chase a little bit harder. You accommodate a little bit too much. You begin to put on a pedestal. You compliment her when she don't like being complimented or deserve to be complimented. You're a little bit too more available. You know what I'm saying? You're a little bit more open. You deal with a lot. You take a lot of disrespect. You take a lot of verbal disrespect. You deal with more bullshit because you want something back for the money you spent, because you leading with your wallet instead of leading with your game. You must lead with your game. You lead with the man that you are. The money is a bonus, but you never lead the interaction, or you never lead a relationship with money. Money shouldn't be a motivator. Money shouldn't be a reward. Money shouldn't be a punishment in your relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what you're going to be respected for with your money. You guys get upset when you attract gold diggers who only want you for your money. Now, yes, women are hardwired to want a guy who has money or want a guy who has resources so they can be provided for. That's normal, but that's different than a woman only wanting you for the money that you provide. Yeah, women want these things and they hardwired to want these things, but women also want other things too. You see what I'm saying? They also want your companionship. They want your attention. They want your kids. They want your time, your energy. They want your protection, your provision, and all this. But there are a lot of women that if you lead with your money, they're going to treat you just like that. So when you don't have money, you get nothing from them. And these type of women are smart as they'll never give you, they'll never give you more than what they feel your money's worth. So a woman who's only out for you for your money, the most she gonna do is fucking suck and, treat you nice here and there. But she's not going to give her life to you. She's not going to be submissive to you because your money ain't worth her real submission. And her submission is going to a player who got inside of her head with his game and not his money. You see what I'm saying? To a woman like that, your money is not her submission, her fucking, dedicate her life to you, her following your program and getting on your program, your money ain't worth that to her. You see what I'm saying? So she'll give you a little pussy and she'll rub your back. But to you, that's not worth your money. But you leading with the money, you putting the money as the cheese on the trap, and you say, okay, she gonna bite this. But you want more than that. You want more, but you just leading with your wallet. And when you lead with your money and you lead with your wallet and you trick, women paint you out to be a trick. They put you in that trick bag and you never gonna come out of a trick bag. Once you start spoiling a woman with money, you can't go back from that. You can't turn around from that. That's why I never do and when I get into a situation with a woman, when I first meet her, I never go all out and above. I never take her to all these nice restaurants and do all this old fly shit, because once she puts you in that bag, you're going to have to keep doing that. And if you don't keep doing that, she not going to fuck with you no more. You see what I'm saying? She's not going to downgrade from that type of financial treatment. Nobody is. That's just like a woman she giving you head every single day. She's sucking your dick and giving you head and doing all this fly shit sexually or whatever. And then she try to say, well, I ain't giving you head no more. We just going to be basic. You're going to be like, no, that's how they feel. So once you start and once she peg you as a trick, it's impossible to turn that around. So don't lead with your wallet. Lead with your game. You lead with your game. You guys have to develop yourself, right? Again, money is a great tool. Money is a great tool. Money is freedom. However, in terms of relationships, you want to develop yourself. You want to develop your intellect. You want to develop your personality. You want to develop your charm. You want to develop the things that you can provide a woman. You want to put yourself in a situation to where, and I'm talking about in the confines of a relationship. I'm not saying live a certain type of way to make women happy, but in the confines of a relationship, if you want women to be around long term, it's just more than just, because guys just tell you, oh, focus on self-improvement. So focus on self-improvement. Rich is right. You need to be at 100%. But that's not enough to keep a woman around. Just because you confident and you fucking ambitious or whatever, that's not enough to keep a woman around long term. So what I'm saying is you need to, yes, focus on yourself, get your shit together, but you also need to work on your game and start to understand and learn what women want and why they with you, and learn how to provide them this in a way that they don't take advantage of you, or the way that they'll appreciate it. And a lot of guys think that it's just money, and it's not money. Money don't really mean shit no more. Let me not say that. Money mean everything, but money alone ain't gonna do it no more. That ain't gonna cut it no more. You see what I'm saying? You have to have what it takes to keep women long term. And again, I'm trying not to get too far off track to bring it back. Get your money, get your resources, because that makes you attractive. But when you lead with that, when you make the interaction based on that, you are going to start simping out, because the returns that you get is not going to equal up to your hard-earned money. I don't care how much money you got. Yeah, you could be like, oh, this money don't mean shit. Money don't mean nothing or whatever, but it do. We work hard for our money no matter how much you got. If you got $1 billion or if you got $10, when you lead in an interaction with that and then women treating you like that, and they're not giving you what you think you deserve back for your money, for your hard-earned money, because your money is your life and your resource and you value that, but the little pussy they giving you is not enough, That's going to make you feel a certain type of way. And what's going to happen is you're going to behave in a way to get that return, and that behavior is going to manifest itself as simping. You see what I'm saying? And simp behavior and needy behavior. And this needy behavior is going to make you unattractive. Tricking is bad. I'm not saying don't trick, because I just think tricks are the scum of the earth and I just think it's bad. The things that I tell you guys not to do is because it's practical. You shouldn't do it because you don't get anything out of it and there's an unfavorable return. I don't hate people who tricks. I don't hate people who cheaters. I don't hate guys who give their fucking life away for their women. I don't have a I don't even care about it. What I care about is you getting the results that you need and you being healthy and you doing you living a happy, fulfilled life and you providing value to humanity. That's what I care about. I care about men being strong. I don't have no personal problems against no trick. So I'm not out here just bashing tricks and just guys who leave with their wallet because I feel like they fucking the game up, and I don't know. But when you think that this is the way, it fucks with you mentally. And if every man that's fucked up is contributing to the negative society that we live in today. When the men are fucked up, the women be fucked up. And this is what we see today. So this is why I say what I say. It's not to beat up on nobody. It's to give you practical information that you can use. You see what I'm saying? And again, tricking is dangerous. Leading with your wallet is dangerous. You literally get nothing out of it. All you get when you lead with your wallet is the bitches that want your money. And they don't want nothing else. And they giving their real self, they giving the real value, right? They giving the real value to a player who inside of their head. You see what I'm saying? Who ain't got to do all that shit with his wallet. Who ain't got to lead with his wallet. You see what I'm saying? Women will put your ass in a trick bag ASAP. And when they put you in a trick bag, it's impossible to come back from. You can come back from a lot of stuff with women. You can, let me say this. I'm going to preface this. I'm not telling nobody to beat up on women. I'm not telling nobody to mistreat women or cheat on women or nothing. But you can beat up on a woman and she can still find it in her heart to love and respect you. You can cheat on a woman and she can still find it in her heart to love and respect you. You can mistreat a woman and lie to her and all type of shit and run her through the ringer, and she can find it in her heart to love and respect you. If you are a trick or she put you in a trick bag, you will never come back from that. You can come back from all that other shit. And again, now, should you beat on women? Absolutely not, because if you do, your ass going to jail and you're going to get everything that you deserve in that sucker shit. Should you cheat on women? Of course not. Should you lie and be deceitful? No. But you could do all that and a woman can still be submissive, still love and respect you. But if a woman peg you as a trick, if a woman pegged you as a trick or a duck and that you lead with your wallet, it ain't no coming back from that. You see what I'm saying? You will never, ever, ever come back from that. You can never turn that around. You see what I'm saying? Women do not respect tricks. Women look at tricks and guys that lead with their wallet the same way men look at hoes, because we value our resources. We value our money. We value our hard-earned work. We value that, and that's our values. That's a part of who we are. That's a part of what makes us valuable, right? And so women understand this, and if you can come up off of what you work hard for, if you can come off what you deem valuable, if you can just give that to anybody and they don't earn it, they're not going to respect that. The same way you look at a woman who, her sexuality or her purity or whatever, that's to us and, to them, that's what they value, right? And so if she can give anybody her body that don't earn it or just lay down with any old man, you lose respect for her. You look at her like she's a slut. You are the male equivalent of a slut when you're a trick. This is how women look at you. If you're a trick, if you're a guy who lead with your wallet, you're a guy who lead with your money, and you can just, any woman come up to you and make you smile and you just can just be departed from your money and shit like that, women look at you the same way you look at them if they give it up to anybody. A trick and a slut is one and the same. A trick and a whore is one and the same. That's why they deal with each other in the underworld. Prostitutes deal with tricks and tricks deal with prostitutes when you break it all the way down. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, again, stop tricking. I know I kind of went off on a tangent. Stop tricking. Stop leading with your fucking wallet, because that puts you on a path to the sinkhole. And again, once you're in that sinkhole, it's going to be hard for you to get out. Now, I'm going to give you guys one more because we're running out of time. But the last And this ain't it's again it's always more, but the last thing I'm gonna talk about, the behavior that puts you in the simp sinkhole is being submissive to your woman. Being submissive to your woman. First and foremost, most women are not designed for you to be submissive to them. Are there women who are dominant and alpha and they like beta male guys, or they like guys who submissive and that turns them on? Yes, but overwhelming majority of women are not like that, right? And what happens is when you submit to them, when you submit to your woman, and you being submissive to your woman, in that type of way, and you letting her lead and you letting her control you and shit like that, they are not going to give you the things that you need as a man to feel validated in your relationship, appreciated in your relationship, useful in your relationship, desired in your relationship. Because in order for women to give you that, they have to be submissive to you. You have to be in a certain position. And so in order to get these things from the woman, what do? You behave in a way that's simpy. You behave in a way that's needy. You behave in a way that's bitchy. You go overboard. You put on a pedestal. You do all of these things to get what you feel you deserve, or to get what you're hardwired to get from a woman. But when a woman is in a superior position over you, she doesn't have it in her to give you this shit. You see what I'm saying? This is the dangers of submitting to your woman. Now, one of these days I'm gonna do a podcast on behaviors, submissive behaviors. One of these days I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it right now, but when you are submissive to your woman, this is the type of behavior that you get. You get a woman who's bitchy. You get a woman who's demeaning you. You get a woman who looks down on you. You get a woman who doesn't respect you. And when I mean submissive, I mean an overall submissive vibe. I'm not saying if your woman say, hey, can you take out the trash, and you go do it. That's not what I'm saying. But if you have an overall tone to where your woman is the boss of the relationship, your woman leads the relationship. I gotta check in with my wife. Happy wife, happy life. Typically guys that's in relationships like that, they not satisfied in their relationships, and they just simp more and they simp more and they give more and they give, and they end up frustrated because they never get a return on their investment. They never get a return on them investing their emotions and investing their life and investing their money, right? Because the woman don't have it in her to give like that, because she's looking down on him. In order for a woman to give a man what that man needs, what men need from women, right? And when I say need, I mean in like you can live without women. Women can live without us. But in the confines of a relationships, we need certain things from each other in order to feel desired, to feel whole. In the confines of a relationship, in order to feel like we are valued in the relationships, or in order to feel happy with the relationship, we need certain things. We need certain treatment. Just like women need to feel safe and feel protected and provided for, we need cooperation. We need gratitude. We need to feel like we're important in the whole shit in order for us to feel, in order for us to feel happy with the relationship. Again, I'm not saying that we need women and shit, or women need men and shit. We really don't. We can live the rest of our days single and all that shit, right? But I said all that to say, when a woman is in a position, when a woman is in a position of power or authority over you, she can't give you what you need. It's not in her to give you what you need. You see what I'm saying? And when you're in a position of inferiority and you are subservient to your woman, you can't give her what she needs. She needs a strong masculine man who can protect and provide. But if you the bitch in a situation, you can't give her what she needs to feel like that woman, to feel like that soft feminine woman. And oftentimes these women are cheating to get that feeling. You see what I'm saying? They cheating with a more dominant masculine man. You see what I'm saying? But when you submit to your woman and you being submissive to your woman, she's not giving you what you need into the relationship, and your behavior causes you to behave a certain way in order to get it, and you never gonna get it. And it's gonna turn off even more. She's gonna become more bitchy. She's gonna become more bossy, and you're gonna become more frustrated, and you just digging yourself more and more and more and more into the hole. And again, the more you dig yourself into the hole, the harder it is to come out of the hole. Now, another thing with being submissive to your woman, And I talk about this and how to make a woman fall in love with you course, which you can get. If you click the link in the bio or send me a message, because this course is not available on the website. I don't think. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But if you want this, send me a message to you and I can hook you up. But I talk about, and I'm not going to give you guys too much, but in this course, I talk about getting women to open up and love you by way of cooperation and submission. What happens is when we submit ourselves to anything, when we submit ourselves to women, when we submit ourselves to a cause, when we submit ourselves to anything, we tend to open up and become more emotional about it and invested in it. You see what I'm saying? And when you are submissive to your woman, right, you become more open and invested in the wrong way. It's okay to be an invested. It's okay and normal to be invested in your relationship. But when you're submissive, you're invested in the wrong way. You're making the wrong types of investment, right? And this opens you up and it makes you more emotional. And when you're more emotional, you're operating in these emotions. And when you operate in your emotions as a man, we already know that that's not good. You see what I'm saying? You lead in from your emotions, and these emotions and this behavior is going to turn your woman off. But the reason you acting like this, the reason that you behaving like this is because you're being submissive. Again, I teach in that course to get women to cooperate with you, to get women to be, get women to cooperate with you, right? And so what happens is when we cooperate with somebody, or when we cooperate with somebody, or when women cooperate with us, they let go of who they are to accommodate us. You see what I'm saying? So when you let go who you are to accommodate a woman, right, you begin to be a little bit more emotionally invested, right? You begin to be a little bit more emotionally open because you sacrificing who you are to appease another person. You see what I'm saying? When you submit yourself to a woman, you basically sacrificing your whole manhood to appease a woman. Just like you sacrificing your dreams, when you being submissive, you sacrificing your manhood to appease your woman. So it's the same concept. And again, in the course, I teach you how to get women to do this for you. You see what I'm saying? To make them fall in love and be submissive. I teach you step by step how to open them up, how to get them to be cooperative, how to get that from that cooperation, you lead it into submission. And all the while, they're letting go of their normal values, who they are and their belief system to accommodate you. And in them doing this, they open themselves up, they fall in love, they become emotionally invested. Bam. But that works for that type of situation. But when you do it on the other hand, they don't like that. That turns them off. That makes you unattractive. You understand what I'm saying? This gets deep. Again, when I say stuff, I'm not saying, oh, don't submit to a woman because you're going to be beta and I just hate betas. And no, when you being submissive to a woman, you're not going to get a favorable result. And when you don't get favorable results, it's going to break you as a man over the long term. And weak broken men make a weak broken society. Y'all already know how I feel about that. So that's why I'm telling you guys this type of shit. It's not because I think it's just the best way to be and all that shit. And I'm just want you guys to be so tough and, all this fake alpha bullshit. No, this is about getting fucking results and living the life that you desire and getting the results you desire. This is practical information and practical solutions. So being submissive to your woman is horrible. Now, there are things that you do that, make yourself submissive. And when you do these over the long term and when you do these consistently, you submit yourself more and more and more and more and more. Now, again, behaviors like she said, hey, my tire bust out. Can you go change the tire? Can you take the trash out? I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about compromising who you are and putting yourself in subservient positions. One of those things, we'll talk about it, but I'm not going to get too deep into it. And a lot of you guys are not going to agree with me, but giving women oral sex on the regular is submissive. Oral sex itself is a submissive sex act. I don't care what you feel about that. It's submissive, right? And when you put yourself in this subservient position, often your woman is going to behave that way. Can you be with a woman forever and eat her out? Yes. But over time, when you being submissive and your woman is acting based on this submissiveness on your part, over time, her behavior is not going to be conducive to what you need. Now, I'm not saying if you eat your woman, she's going to break up on you and cheat on you. That's not what I'm saying. If you eat your woman out, that's what's going to happen. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is being in subservient positions for so long and consistently changes your woman's behavior over time. Now, as above, so below. So if you submit to her here to her there, you more than likely submit to her in other ways. You see what I'm saying? I think one of these on an upcoming weeks, because I know I'm talking about that briefly, and you probably still don't understand that about the eating pussy and all that, which is submissive. You probably still don't understand that too much, but I'm running out of time. So I think what I'm gonna do is either not next week, because I got something important to talk about next week, but maybe the week after that or the week after that, I'm gonna give you guys all of the behaviors, the main behaviors that's submissive to women that can be detrimental to your relationship, not based on what feels good in the moment to the woman, because this ain't about her feeling good in the moment. I'm gonna break that down a little bit deeper so you can understand it further. But giving women oral sex, consistently, and putting yourself in a submissive position like that changes the dynamic of the relationship. I'm not going to say that it's going to end your relationship, but it will change the dynamic of the relationship, and it will change your woman's behavior, period. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that's the last one. Being submissive to your woman will put you in the simp sinkhole, and you don't want to be there. The bigger you go through the hole, the bigger you go in the hole, the harder it is to get out. I'm done with that. That's it for today, guys. This is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. Go to saveabroacademy.com and go to the playersclub.vip to get to join the Players Club. Again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.